Every time before leaving home, Jack would place a piece of pencil lead on the doorframe, but today, when he returned home, he was horrified to find the pencil lead broken into two pieces. Jack immediately realized that someone had secretly entered his house. Sure enough, as soon as he opened the door, he found cameras all over the place, and behind the screens, a group of police officers were monitoring his every move. Faced with this sudden scene, Jack was too scared to move, because he knew that once he communicated with the Grim Reaper, the astute detective would immediately notice. The police were keeping a close watch on Jack only because he had a death note in his hands. As long as he wrote the name of the person he wanted to kill on it, he could kill without being discovered. It turned out that half a month ago, Jack had accidentally found on the street that all the rainwater was eerily avoiding a black notebook. Out of curiosity, he took the notebook home. After flipping through it, Jack found that it had some people's names written in it. It was said that as long as a name was written in this notebook, that person would die. At first, Jack didn't believe the notebook had such an uncanny power. When he saw on the news that the police were hunting down a murderer, Jack immediately wrote the murderer's name in the notebook and casually tossed it aside. The next morning, Jack learned from the newspaper that the murderer had suddenly died of a heart attack in prison. Jack was very shocked and rushed back to his room to flip through the notebook and carefully examine it, but he couldn't find anything unusual after searching the entire notebook. So, Jack returned to the place where he had originally found the notebook. At this moment, a person dressed all in black came up to him, claiming to be the Grim Reaper. The Grim Reaper told Jack that this notebook originally belonged to him, but he was not going to take it back and instead decided to give it to Jack. Jack remembered that his father was busy catching criminals all day and had no time to take care of the family. Therefore, he picked up the notebook and began to execute serious criminals around the world. Within just half a month, nearly 1,000 extremely wicked prisoners died mysteriously in prison. This bizarre situation quickly caught the attention of the police, but they could not find any clues at the crime scenes. Seeing criminals dying mysteriously one after another, the police had no choice but to bring in the world-renowned Detective L to assist in the investigation. After understanding the case, L immediately started a global live broadcast online, promising to arrest the culprit within a week. After seeing L's live broadcast, Jack realized that this person was coming to catch him. Without a second thought, he immediately wrote L's name in the death note. 5 seconds later, Detective L, who was live streaming, suddenly died in front of the camera. However, just as Jack hadn't had time to celebrate his victory, a strange pattern suddenly appeared on the TV screen.